Hello and welcome back to another episode of the G Show. I'm your host Brycey once again, and joining me this week is the name Matt Smith, but better known as Chewwy. How are you, my friend?
Yeah, not bad, thank you. Yourself?
I'm pretty good. So, we should probably start this off by kind of introducing who the hell is Chewwy. So, do you want to kind of give a quick, who are you?
Well, basically my involvement with games is that I'm an FPS esports caster, so I concentrate on first-person shooters and just like commentating over the games. Simple as that, really.
Well, there you go. That couldn't be much simpler. So, we're going to get into kind of your history and how it all come together. So, you actually started off in Call of Duty, right?
Yeah.
How did you kind of get your start? That's always one of the questions people ask. How did you start?
Well, of course, Twitch is a really popular website, growing and growing. And so I was just on Twitch one day, just watching Call of Duty. I've been a big fan of the game since about 2007. And I saw a show match between Optic and Complexity, it was. And I got in touch with the organisation who ran the show match and just said, I'd like to have an opportunity at trying it out. And they put me on a show the next day. It was just a couple of amateur teams, and it was about 2 o'clock in the morning or something. So for the,
Wow.
For the whole summer, I did American games over amateur teams at about 2 o'clock in the morning. So it was good fun, and that's how I started, really, just through that organisation.
Ah, fair enough. And then you started coming into events.
Yeah.
And I still think the biggest kind of, professional event you've done was the European Regionals for Call of Duty World Championship. How was that?
It was definitely an interesting experience. It was a great one as well. The setting, it was at Twickenham Stadium, and it was just the whole event I think was really well in terms of the professional setting. And I just walked in there on the first day and saw the booths and everything in place, and I was like, okay, this is next level. This is something a bit different to what I've done beforehand. Mm-hmm. But I think the scariest thing was seeing that the developers of the games were there, and they were sitting in the front row, and I could see them while sat at the table with my headset on, ready to go, and they were there watching. So it really kind of, I think, gave that motivation just to put that little bit of extra effort into what I was casting over.
So, most people won't kind of get that experience. It's those kind of events, as I know personally, I was there with you, I know you were on my team for that. It's a very different kind of experience than just sitting at home casting. How did you kind of find that and the transition of essentially stepping it up?
Yeah, I think, you see with players, obviously they have their home environment where they're used to things, they're in their own house, they can go and get a cup of tea if they want whilst they're casting, and just, it's casual. And then, even down to what you're wearing, you're in a suit, everything changes and it's all different. And I think once you get into the game and it's started, you're in it, and your mind is focused on that. So I don't think the transition once you're into the game is really too much of an issue, but it's when you're off camera and you're filling time, as we like to call it as casters, and you're just talking in between games and maybe analysing something. You're having to get used to talking to a different camera, to maybe the little webcam that you've got set on top of your screen at home or something. So yeah, it does take a little while. I remember my first event; it was definitely a nerve-wracking experience. So
you kind of get nervous at these events? Is it?
I used to. It used to be quite an issue. I used to get a bit nervous at events and things like that. But I think as time goes on and you get used to the setting and you get used to the people that you're working with as well, it just eases down and you just move forward with it, really.
Oh, well, fair enough. So, you've kind of changed careers a little bit.
Yeah,
am I correct there? You've actually sort of moved from one FPS to another one.
Yeah, so I used to commentate Call of Duty for a while, and then my friend...
On console, right?
Yeah, as in on the console, so that was on Xbox 360 for a while. As I said, loved the game and still play it now, and I've loved it since about 2007. So it's really, been my main focus. And then a friend of mine introduced me to Counter-Strike, which is, of course, on PC, and I just thought I'd give it a try and see what the game was like and play it for a bit first. And I really just enjoyed the mechanics of the game, really, and what makes it work. Started to watch some pro teams play it and just thought, let's give it a try and see if I can switch over. And yeah, simple as that, really.
Well, there you go. That's quite a different. There is always been this kind of disparity between console and PC gamers.
Yeah.
And you've gone to another side now.
Yeah.
You've gone straight onto the PC side. Were they welcoming, knowing your history?
Surprisingly so. There's always a bit of banter about it, and still today in Twitch chats and everything, they'll be like, oh, that's the console guy who switched over from COD and everything. So there is a bit of banter there, but I was really surprised with it. I remember my first ever CS broadcast. People, I was constantly apologising and saying, sorry, I don't know this game very well, I'm still getting used to it. But there was a lot of supportive feedback from that, and people have, taken their time and realised that this is something new, this is something which I'm still getting used to. And and then giving me some time to see what I can do with that. So it was a real pleasant surprise actually to how welcoming the CS community were.
So you kind of mentioned a colleague there. Now, everyone correct, the colleague is Knight.
Yes, that's the right guy.
So have you found kind of working with him, and he was one of the people I say he kind of took you under his wing a little
Yeah,
bit.
he did.
How is the guy?
I mean, I class him now as my brother from another mother. I know that's a really cliche kind of phrase to use, but he really is. I mean, we've always got on well, and he just gave me a shot. He said, you know, I'm commentating over some pro games. Sometime we'll just jump you in and see how it works and just see what it's like. And we instantly had that chemistry. You know, obviously you as a caster will know that sometimes you have a better chemistry with some casters than with others. And me and him just felt like this is the duo, this is the partnership which works well. So yeah, me and him have been casting ever since that day when I started back in about February time of this year.
Well, if you're a fan of Chewwy casting COD, Kynight's the one to blame for taking him away.
Pretty much.
So let's talk about kind of a little bit of your upcoming work. So I've been told that you've got some fairly big things coming up, and obviously you're kind of gaining your reputation now, because I just want to put it, you were, I want to say, coming up to like top, I mean, like EU Regionals was a big event. You had to obviously take a little bit of a drop when you dropped into CSGO. You're not in the same kind of the tier you were in then. How's that been kind of building up?
I mean, it's still a difficult one because there are a lot of popular CS casters, and there are a lot of popular casters who do other games as well, who then kind of switch and come back to CS at times as well. So yes, it was difficult, and it was, you know, a reminder that, you know, I am starting from that grassroots level again. But it was just, you know, grinding it almost, so to speak, like I did with COD casting, you know, sometimes casting over the things which would only get half the viewership that a Call of Duty game may, or something like that, you know, but just slowly building it up more and basically just getting my name out there and enjoying it. And, you know, the more I casted, the more people started to get to know me. And I mean, still today where I am now, I'm not, you know, accomplished with that. There's still a lot of people who wouldn't know my name. So I'm hoping these upcoming projects will change that in the course of time.
Speaking of upcoming projects, I believe we're going to talk about one now.
Yes.
That when this show is actually being recorded is not officially live, but when it goes out, should be done. So this is like a blast from the past for you guys, hopefully, unless something goes wrong. And so it's Nip TV, if I'm correct.
Yes, that is correct indeed. So Kynite and I, both of us, we got approached by the guys at Nip. We're friends with a couple of the people behind the organisation, and they just said, we're looking to build Nip TV again and get it back running. Please could you just propose some ideas of what you would like to do as a pair to get Nip TV going and make it a bit different? So we did, and they liked our ideas, and so it's going really well. We've got a couple of things in the works, and we've got a couple of shows that we're creating, but Nip TV, you know, it used to be something. It was run by two other commentators, and then it went away.
Well, those two commentators, they kind of, I want to say launched them, but made them quite big deals. Are you hoping that it'll be kind of a boost to your career and that you can kind of run your own direction with it? That's
basically the plan. I mean, Nip are a great organisation anyway. They've got a huge amount of fans, you know, apart from where Nip TV used to be even. They've, you know, they've got a huge team with CSGO, obviously, and they've got the League of Legends side of things as well. So Nip is a, you know, a well-grounded base as a whole. So then we're hoping to add mine and Kynite's own touch to things and just make it that little bit different to what Nip TV used to be, and bring it forward to where we feel there's a market and where we feel there's a gap in that.
Well, congratulations on that. It certainly is going to be kind of a big deal for you, certainly, and a big deal for a lot of people. So there we go, Nip TV, this is one of the faces of it now. So that's, I mean, admittedly, that's awesome. You must be really chuffed about that.
I mean, it was a complete surprise, and it still almost is. You know, I'm a big fan of the team, and that's really what I feel is working for myself and Kynite as well, because we're not that well known yet, or I'm not in the CS scene, is that I'm still a fan of the game. I'm still a fan of Nip. You know, I look at these guys and I'm like, wow, okay, you know, I wish I could get to know them one day and everything. And now I'm working with them and everything, and I'm in partnership with them. So it's a huge opportunity. And, you know, for those people who may not have heard me and going, how has this guy got the opportunity to work with Ninjas in Pajamas, this huge organization, when he's really not been involved with the community for too long? You know, I'm passionate about it, and that's really where I'm going to get my driving force for this project.
Wow, that's awesome, I think. So are we going to see you kind of switch to any other games at any point?
I mean, I've recently been getting really involved with Hearthstone, and I've really been enjoying that. Yeah, I don't think I would fully make the switch away from CS, but I've been enjoying playing the game quite a lot, and I've been enjoying, because the World Championship just finished just the other weekend, and I've really been enjoying it, just playing it, and you know, it's quite a casual thing. So, I mean, maybe I'd like to dip into it at one point, but it is a very in-depth tactical game, and it's just about to, with the new expansion, get even more complicated. So I think, again, if I was ever to delve into that area, it would be...
It's definitely one of those complex games.
Oh, yeah.
And that's more I think people kind of underestimate for a lot. So coming from a caster myself, I know that 90% of the work you do is off screen. But I don't think people ever realise that. All the stuff you do on screen, you got your research, you need to know your basic facts and stuff. Even simple things like the way you say stuff and your introductions come into play. Which actually leads very nicely into my next part. You study, or I believe you're at university
Yeah,
for?
that's correct. Yeah.
Was it vocal studies, vocal coaching?
Yeah, vocal and choral studies is the specific name of the degree, although I just basically tell people I study voice, as simple as that. So yeah, it's an interesting degree. It's the only one in the UK, which is why people kind of take a step back and wonder what I'm actually going on about. But it's a great,
I wonder that a lot.
degree. Yeah, I know you do, and everybody does, and everybody kind of questions what the heck I get up to in my lectures sometimes, and even I do that at times. But yeah, it's just a course basically centered around voice, which is great because when I go away and I'm lucky enough to go to events and everything, my university are really supporting of it. They know that my work in esports is to do obviously with my voice as a caster, so they'll go, okay, well, you can miss your lecture on Monday morning because you'll be traveling back from that event. So they've been really supportive with my casting.
Awesome. Well, that sounds pretty cool. Do you think that's helped with your casting? Have you changed anything because of have you? This is a great question. Have you taken your casting and put it into kind of the lesson? Have you said to him, like, so I do voice work? As he looked at it, how did that go when you kind of told him?
Well, actually, I've talked to a lot of my lecturers about it, and they didn't quite understand it. You know, they don't really know what gaming is as a whole. So I actually took it into one lecture last year in my first year, and basically it was actually you and me at the European Championships. I showed them a piece of our casting footage, and apparently I put on a completely different voice when I'm on camera to when I'm off camera. So, you know, it was interesting analysing that, and then I did some work based on vocal health and how casters, you know, think about their voice, because this is our instrument basically, and whether casters take care of it. And I'm actually planning for my dissertation in my third year to base that around casting as well. So it's definitely something which is integrated well with my studies.
Well, I think that's a fairly unique part about you. I don't know any other caster that's done that who's working at the moment, and that's just to my knowledge. One last thing we've got to talk about before we go any further. Obviously your real name, Matt Smith. Your alias is Chewwy.
Yes.
And when I first kind of asked that, I didn't know what it was for originally. Do you want to kind of tell what it stands for?
Yeah, well, everybody kind of doesn't really know. We've seen that in gaming. People just kind of accept what your nickname is. But mine was Chewwy basically because I used to be involved with theatre and I used to do a lot of shows. And I was in a show once and we had a quick change. So all of the guys in the dressing room changing quickly, ready for the next scene. And I have an incredibly hairy chest. And my friend said, "You look like Chewbacca out of Star Wars, therefore Chewbacca's nickname is Chewwy," and that's where
now, I know that people at home probably thinking, he does look a bit hairy. Now, I can see a little bit better than you. I know the fact that there's almost no difference between hair on the head, hair around his face, hair on his chest, neck, and back.
Yeah,
it's oh my God, I'll show you your chest. Just how hairy this man is. I feel like he is.
It's quite bad.
I think you can kind of see there. Go on, give him a little bit of a show.
I don't want to disturb the microphone. That's what it is, though. But
I mean, he's a hairy man.
This is almost a neck beard. It's almost coming away from the chest.
I think it's just growing out your head, and that just covers the rest of the body. It is a very hairy man.
Exactly.
Well, so that's concluded the part of the interview. So the next kind of part that's coming up, we have two things that come up: a hot lap, which we're going to put time down for. We're going to find out just how quick you are. You've got Swanee from Epsilon Esports Club player to beat, and Benny Central, the YouTuber / competitive player. Do you think you're confident?
I'm coming for Swanee. Okay. I'm not very good at these games, but I'm coming for Swanee. I'm going to go for it. I'm going to try my best.
Okay, and we also have the 1v1 challenge. This week it's actually going to be Halo. The Halo 2 anniversary has just come out in the Master Chief Collection. So we're going to go one-on-one on that. We'll see you in a second. Hello, yes, we're now in the game centre. It's time. We're going to be playing Halo 1v1 on lockdown. So I'm a little bit more experienced with this game than you, which isn't great. So I'm actually going to give you a little bit of an advantage here.
Okay.
I'm going to get to 15 kills. You have to get to 5.
Wow.
I'm confident. I'm confident in this. I have played a bit of Halo in my time, so.
And I've never played
exactly.
it before,
so I'm going to let 5 kills. I think that's going to go right. I'm going to start the game now. Like I said, this is the anniversary version as well, so it's very shiny.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to playing it, just warming up a bit actually. It seemed pretty cool, getting used to the controls, but you know, this is a console guy here and I'm PC now, so we'll see. We're
also playing split screen, so we're going to know where each other are on the map. It's because we have a gun skill.
Well, you'll know where I am because you recognise the map whilst I'll still be wandering around.
I've left radar on as well for that reason.
That's fine.
So radar is still on.
So it's still pretty much fair.
You're still an FPS player. You've done Call of Duty. You've done Counter Strike.
I should take to this naturally and just better than I probably will do with the racing. But yeah, we'll see about that.
I'm still not going to lose. I'm still 2-0 in terms of the series. So this is going to be 3-0.
We'll see. The pressure's on. The pressure is definitely on.
Right.
Okay.
I'm time to take you down. Right, so I'm going to end it, if you get to 5 or if I get to 15, I'm going to end it there.
That's fine, we're good.
12 minutes to do it. I think it should be fairly easy.
Cool. I'm going to try and pick up something like cool and see what I can find across the map first.
So you've already had a little bit of an experiment looking
Yeah,
at things.
I've had a very quick look, just a couple of minutes, just to see what I can find. Oh, you've already come up on the radar. I swear, wait, are you underneath? He's trying to be cheeky. Oh, and I've just fallen down. I don't know where I've fallen, but it's fine. That's an evasive movement.
You have actually ran away. That's actually irritating.
I've moved away, it's fine, and I found something different, so it's fine. We're experimenting. Is that any good? Is that supposed to be okay?
But it's more like
we'll
a sustained gunfight.
We'll see if it's good now. That's the.
I think the BR's stronger if you can hit it. Where are you?
I just seen a rifle fall down from somewhere, so I'm assuming you picked something up. Ah, you've appeared. Does that
I've got a sword.
I'm gonna. Well, okay. So my aim is to eventually pick up the sword. Then, by the looks of things, what have we got down
Shotgun
here?
works well as well.
Yeah. Okay.
Magnum's okay. So I don't think it's as strong as the BR. Oh.
Oh, you're behind me. This is the chance. I've got to go for it. Come on, I'm going to go. I was going to go for the melee. Was that a headshot?
Yeah. I'm not going to say that was actually amazing, but it was.
But it was pretty. Okay, well, I'll let you off then. So it's 2-0. So this isn't looking good. I thought.
Now I'm just looking at 15 over. That's what I'm going to be looking for.
It's probably going to get to that on the. Oh,
right,
I didn't even see you there.
I'm going to make this more fair. I'm not going to use the sword anymore. No more sword.
Yeah. Come on. It's fine. It's fine.
I'll be honest with you. Benny last week, he was being dirty tactics to try and beat me on Castle Crashers.
Oh really?
He actually won the first round by dirty tactics, so I used dirty tactics back against him.
Okay, that's fine. That's fine. Well, oh wait, there's a grenade coming in at my feet, and I'm very dead. How did I survive that? That grenade literally bounced off my toes.
To be honest with you, I was looking to see if you were going to jump up, but you didn't.
No. Okay, I picked up something. Oh, he's up the top still. He's up the top still.
I'm basically walking around in the middle.
That's fine. Oh, I think I spotted you. Come on. This has got to be it now.
Oh, actually, I've got no shields.
You're low, I can tell. I know you're. Come on, this has got to be it now. I've got to get my first kill. I've got to get it. I've got to reload first, though. Or is he? There he is.
Oh no, so close.
It's fine. I'm just firing it mid-air. I swear. Right, it's fine. Jump. No, jump in the air.
Oh, got it.
There we go. The melee comes in.
That's
it. That 50-no's gone. The melee comes in from Chewwy this time.
No, I've got no sniper now, but I am starting up top behind you.
That's fine. Oh, there we go.
In fairness, my shot then was dreadful.
Oh, what? I just flew in midair.
So you can actually trade melees. Like if you throw a melee at the same time I throw one, roughly, we'll just kill each other.
It'll just go at the same time. That's
which admittedly benefits you more than it benefits me.
It's fine. We're going to try something different now.
I'm coming straight for you again. I just need you to know that.
That's fine. I spotted you. You're good. I think that grenade
just
hit you in the face.
Did.
Did that actually hit you?
Yeah,
that was
if you'd meleeed me there or kept an army, you would have got me.
Yeah, I lost count of you because you're in midair. It's fine. It's all good. We've got one kill so far. Oh, long range shot. I like this scope on this rifle. There we go. Actually, 2 kills.
Killed me a lot quicker than I was thinking.
We're 2/5 of the way there. Let's see what else I can pick up here quickly before he comes in and respawns. Oh, I got you again. Oh, that was in the head. Come on, that's got to be in there.
Oh my goodness, that was actually.
This is good.
That was impressive. I was just about to hit my 4th shot.
Maybe I shouldn't be doing CS. Maybe I should be getting on the Halo grind. Considering I've never played this game before until about 15 minutes ago or so.
That's 2 on the bounce. I might have to step it up.
Yeah, maybe the sword's going to have to make its return again. Oh, you're behind me. I can see on the radar. Here he goes. It's the sniper. This is not good at range, so it's good. I'm going to go for the melee.
How many shots have I missed there?
Not good.
So yeah, 6 shots.
What's your score? How many have you got?
I'm 7 and you're 3.
7 and 3. So I mean, overall, that's not too bad.
Technically, it's still advantage you. I'm below half. You're above half.
Yeah.
Oh, can't believe that
missing
missed.
the shot. I've got to try and reload and not get caught out with this sniper rifle. I've got to try and. You said this is a movement-based game, so if you've got that sniper rifle there, I've got to make sure that the movement's good. There we go.
You need 1 point to win. I literally have to do this flawless now. I may have been too overconfident.
I think you have been. If I'm quite honest. You've got to remember that I used to do some sort of FPS stuff. You know.
Oh my goodness!
That was a no scope, I swear.
Well, congratulations, you managed to beat me.
2 and 1, there we go.
Come straight back into that. That's a fairly fast episode I get. Chewwy's the first person to beat me. I took him too lightly and then he just went off a ridiculous sniper shot. I was about to turn it on. Well, there you go.
Become pro.
Unbelievable. That's the end of the game thing. Finally, I've been beaten.
Right, here we go. This is the final lap. Swanee, I'm coming for you. Swanee, you are in trouble. I'm easily going to beat your time somehow if I can get past these 4, although they're all going to stay in the way, and I just took off his spoiler, and they're slowing me down. They're on Swanny's side. It's fine, we can get past them. We're good, we're fine. Please get out of the way, car. I'm going to have to somehow take him out and get round him, but it's okay, we're in the lead, we're good. I'm going to try and not take my hand off the accelerator for as much as possible. I'm being aggressive. High risk, high reward, I think, is the only name of the game. No, that's it. That's the game. Yeah, let's rewind that, and I'm going to have to. Right, well, we're going to have to rewind it even further because that was so bad. Okay, we're good. We're good. Now we're not so good. I'm going to have an R under my name, but it's fine. It's all good. I'm allowed to do that. That's why this game is so amazing, because you can just forget those mistakes and carry on as if nothing happened. That wasn't a bad corner. I did it really bad earlier on, so at least there's some improvement in that respect. Brake again here, and then straight back on the accelerator. We're not mucking about. Oh, yes we are mucking about. Oh, yes we are. Oh dear, I've gone really slow. I said I was coming for Swanny's time, and the pressure's evidently got to me because now I'm doing the time in the slowest I've ever done it, I swear. This has been awful. And it's given me achievements for great clean racing. This is not good. I've not won. I've not won. This is unfair. I'm calling cheats. I'm calling cheats. Damn it. 124, that's awful.
Well, there you go. Hot lap done. Gaming centre done. Well, I have to shake your hand again there. You managed to beat me. I'm still a little bit upset about that last shot. I was going to turn it on and bring it back.
That happened.
You know what? We might actually put a replay of that clip in here just now. That is an actual quite ridiculous shot you pulled off.
Yeah.
I was a little bit upset. I was like, I want to take the sniper back off him. I probably might just beat him now. I kind of laid off. I got a bit overconfident. That's what I did.
I think it was that, to be
quite honest.
I've got him.
I've got him. It's
fine. And a bit of beginner's luck as well, considering I've never touched the game before. So it's probably a bit of both.
I got a little bit too overconfident and I let myself down. That's what happens when I was 2-0. I'm now 2-1. Also, you set your lap time. So
yeah.
I have your lap time here. It's not great.
No, it wasn't great.
It's not great. Your time was 1:24.067. That's at the bottom of the leaderboard, I will admit, and you also used a rewind.
So that's going to be even worse.
Yeah, I mean, so it's still Swanny, Benny, you.
This is why I'm a caster and not a player.
Yeah, I mean,
really. That's my only excuse for it.
I wouldn't even mind, but in your practice lap, you actually went a lot faster than that.
In my practice lap, I did 1:16, I think, or 1:17 on the dot, and was really good, and was like, okay, I've got.
See, that would have put you in the lead, but you fluffed it. I feel like you couldn't have that much luck today.
Hashtag blame Chewwy.
Well, is there anything else you kind of want to add before we wrap this thing up?
No, I just want to thank you guys for inviting me in. It's been a good day.
Problem.
I've enjoyed it and everything, so I'm looking forward to seeing what Gfinity does next.
Well, I can tell you, promise you will enjoy it. So guys, thank you very much for watching this entire episode. Remember to subscribe, like the video, and leave a comment below. We'll have more people on next week. Also, I need more suggestions for games to play people at. I'm okay at a lot of games, but we want your suggestions. So remember to put that in the comments. Thank you very much, and we'll see you next time.